Hi plant friends, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline and this is my jungle. So today what we're going to be doing is slapping my monstera in the face, apparently. No, what we're really going to be doing is a repot, a lazy repot because lazy, and a Q&A. So I'm going to be answering some questions that you guys had for me over on Instagram, and I hope that you like it. And let's do it. Let's go. And I almost forgot to show you my shirt that my cousin got me for Christmas. I love it. It's so cute. Okay, let's do this. Ooh. All right, you guys. So let's get right into it. What we're going to be doing, since I took some, pieces off of this for my giveaway, I still haven't repotted it. As you can see, it needs to be repotted. I don't know if it's supposed to be this color. I hope that that's okay. I don't have anything new to put it in, so we're just going to repot it back in here for now. There's dirt everywhere. So my soil that I'm going to be using today is a combination of, I think this is just regular Miracle-Gro organic potting mix. I'm going to mix in some perlite as well as my worm poop, worm castings for fertilizer. And then I'm also just going to throw in the tiniest bit of orchid bark for aeration. So yeah, that is what I'm gonna do. And then in the meantime, we're gonna answer some questions that you guys asked me a while back, and I haven't gotten around to doing this yet. So basically, get my hair out of the way. I freaking love this shirt. The first question that I got is, what inspires your collection? Honestly, my plant collection is inspired by the fact that I love nature. I have always loved nature and plants, and ever since I was little, my mom and I used to go on nature walks, and she would, I don't know, she always just encouraged me to look more deeply at the things around me. She would say, look at this flower, look at how beautiful and intricate it is. And I don't know, I always took notice to nature. And then once I was able to keep a plant alive in my room, I kind of just went crazy and turned my room into nature. What plants do you have on your wish list, hopefully to purchase in 2020? I kind of answered this in my last video for my plant plans 2020, but I definitely want more philodendron, because check out this babe. Wow. And all the Hoya. I want all the Hoya. And I will always forever love all things Pothos, Epipremnum, and Scindapsus. I love them. So I want all of them, every single one. I have a lot of them, actually. I think I'm going to do a video just showing you guys all the different Pothos that I have and how to tell the difference between them and good stuff like that. How to take care of them, which is easy. Okay, so I'm just taking some dirt. And it goes right through the holes. The next question is, what do you study? So I've said this before, I'm going to school to be a registered dietitian. I have my degree in complementary and alternative health, and I'm all about natural stuff and plants as medicine and plants in general. And like I said in my Plant Plans 2020 video, I would really love to start sharing more of that with you guys. Showing you that side of me and showing you how you can grow and use plants as medicine, or, whatever you want to do. If you want to just go to the store, I buy tons and tons of herbs that I take daily, and I fully believe in their benefits. So, and then the same person also asked, I don't see aloe vera, you should get one. And I actually do have an aloe vera. I actually do have an aloe vera plant. Just taking some worm poop now, mixing it into my soil. I do have aloe vera. It was gifted to me by a friend, and I use it. I love aloe. It's one of my favorite plants to have. I've always had it around. My mom's pretty much always had it around. I use it in the summertime when I burn myself in the sun, and nothing works better than straight up aloe gel from your own aloe plant. So I do have aloe. It's a baby, so try not to use it too much. And it needs to be repotted. It's in something like way too big. The next question that I have is, I'm just adding some perlite now, is how do you grow big pothos leaves? And that is actually a really great question, and one that I think Plantarina actually did a really great video on how to get your pothos to grow really big leaves. And I think the key to that really honestly just is that they are climbing plants. They're epiphytic. Is that how you say it? I'm gonna be really proud of myself if that's like how you say it. I think, yeah, they're epiphytes, if that's the proper like tense of the word. So they actually prefer to climb up. So you'll find them in nature growing up trees. So the way that we have them hanging, tend to have them hanging in our houses. I don't know if you could see. Oh shoot, almost dropped it. This one here, the leaves start to get really small at the bottom as opposed to how big they are up here. And if I were to trellis this or give it a moss pole or something and allow it to climb, the leaves would get really big. Some of them actually even get fenestrations like the Monstera will. I know that the Cebu Blue can get fenestrations when it gets really big, which is stunning. It like makes me want to put my Cebu Blue up on a pole. Look at you. And then I know I've seen golden pothos as well get really big and get fenestrations, which is super cool. And anybody who thinks that pothos are just a basic houseplant, I'm really sorry that you feel that way, because it's quite possibly one of my favorite plants. Golden pothos especially has a really special place in my heart. My mom has one that she's had like my whole entire life. So it was always a plant that I found interesting of hers and liked the way that it looked. So next we're going to add some orchid bark. I bought all of this off of Amazon. I can link it for you below, except for the Miracle Grow I got at Home Depot. I'm just trying to use it up. I prefer the Espoma, which I do actually have linked below on Amazon for you guys. And literally just like the tiniest bit of bark. Nothing crazy. It's not a big pot. Okay. Next question. Do you favor certain plants? Who gets special treatment? I wouldn't say that I favor certain plants. I mean, I think we would all be lying to ourselves if we said we didn't have certain plants that we like more than others. But I wouldn't say that I'd necessarily favor any plant over another. It's more just that some need more care than others, like my calathea and my fern that I have over here. I just got a syngonium as well that I keep my eye on. You know, the plants that, my Fittonia, I just try to remember, like, make sure she's not drooping in the corner by herself for too long. Stuff like that, as opposed to, like, my pothos and my philodendron, where I might let them go a little bit more neglected until their leaves are all curly and telling me that they are thirsty. So if that counts as special treatment, then I suppose I treat them special. The next question is kind of similar. Do I have a favorite plant that I own? As well as my top wish list plant, which I just answered. My favorite plant that I own. Wow, that's a really tough question. It's definitely something that I've thought about before. It's so hard to choose. I think that I have like a few that are my top favorite. I definitely am never tired of looking at my philodendron Brazil. I'm never tired of looking at my Scindapsus. I'm never tired of looking at my Monstera, my bird of paradise, my Hoya Crimson Queen. You know she's my queen. She hasn't made an appearance in my videos recently. I have to bring her back. Like reaching over there for soil because I have no room in front of me. Do you have other hobbies besides plants? Do video games count as a hobby? I mean, I want to believe that I do. I love to go to the gym. Does that count as a hobby? I like to learn. I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm always trying to occupy myself with something. But, I mean, plants pretty much are like my main hobby. Any plans or goals for 2020? You can check out my Plant Plans 2020 video that I posted before this. I'll link it for you up here and in the description down below. My favorite animal. Oh, wow. I'm just like making sure the Sansevieria is gonna like stand up on its own. I'm gonna top it off with some worm castings. Why did I say it like that? Worm castings. Do you guys think I have an accent? Comment down below. I feel like people tell me I say things weird, but I'm from New York. I've lived in New York my whole life. I don't have any reason to have any like type of accent that's not like a New Yorker. I don't know. You tell me. Favorite animal. Obviously, I love cats. Is it gross to just like touch the worm poop with your hands? It's fine. Obviously, I love cats. That's like a no-brainer. But I love all animals, and that's really why I'm vegan and cruelty-free and all that jazz. I care deeply for all animals. I think they're all beautiful and adorable in their own way. And yeah, that's how I feel about it. But, you know, obviously I'm a cat lady. I love bunnies. I had a bunny for like 12 years. She was the cutest thing ever. Okay, so then I asked you guys to ask me like some weird stuff, you know, like some random things to keep it interesting. And then somebody asked me what my favorite salad dressing is. My only response to that is that I'm Italian and I make my own salad dressing. And if not, then I get this one that's actually like locally made in Brooklyn. And it's in my local Whole Foods here, so I don't think that it would be available anywhere but New York area, the tri-state area, so I don't even want to tell you guys what it is because then I would just feel bad. But it is really good, and it's just like got a handful of ingredients, which is something that I look for in a salad dressing and in everything that I buy, because girl, if you knew what some of those things were, you wouldn't want to eat it. This is a fun one. What superpower would I have? So my favorite villain, if that's what you want to call her, has always been Poison Ivy from the DC universe. And I don't know, I just want to be able to like do cool stuff with plants. And that has been my answer to that question, like way before I was into plants. All these signs pointing towards me being a plant lady, and I don't know why it took me so long. I still really honestly don't know why. But I think it would be cool to be able to talk to animals. You know, like some Dr. Dolittle shit. I cursed. I try really hard not to curse on camera, but you should know that in real life, that's not how it goes. That's not who I am, you know? And I always want to be authentic with you guys, like 110%, but I also don't want to offend anybody with my vulgar mouth. Okay. Next question. What animal would I be? Well, I ask my cat all the time if he wants to trade places with me. So, I would probably be a cat or a bird, which I think is a really cliche answer, but it's probably really cool to like be soaring up above the clouds and like not be afraid. Be really cool. Because I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of falling. And I think that if you really think about it, those are two totally different things, and the latter is more rational. Right? So like, it's not the being up high that I don't like. It's the possibility of crashing to the ground. It's the gravity. I have an irrational fear of gravity, and it's a thing. It's actually called barophobia. You can Google it if you don't believe me. Once I learned science stuff, I realized that that is a totally irrational thing to be afraid of, because there's no switch. You're not just gonna like switch off, and even if gravity did disappear, like we wouldn't just go like floating away gracefully into the universe. We would literally, our whole entire planet would be like flung out of orbit. So we're not gonna go there. I don't even know, how did I get here? Oh, being a bird. I'm a bird. What would I have gone to school for if I chose something else? Well, considering this is my 3rd degree, I think I finally figured it out. I'm pretty confident that what I'm going to school for is what I want to go to school for. I want to continue to go to school for herbal medicine as well after this, but you know, your girl needs a break from school once I get my certification as a dietitian. What is my sign, and do I believe in that? Girl, I didn't write down who asked that. Ooh, that was really bright. Whoever you are, of course I do. I'm a Libra, and if you know anything about the zodiac, you probably would have already guessed that. I am like Libra to the core, and whether you believe in astrology or not, there are so many other schools of thought and so many other cultures that have similar systems, including our own. A lot of them are science-based in psychology. You can find those in the form of the Myers-Briggs type indicator test, I think is what it's called, MBTI. And you can find that in other personality tests, like the Enneagram that I took in one of my videos with my friend Skylar. And then in ancient cultures, in Ayurvedic medicine, they have the doshas. In Chinese medicine, they have something that I forget about all the time. Chinese medicine is complicated. Yeah, there, in the grand scheme of things, there's lots of different ways of categorizing people, whether you believe in astrology or not, and that is just another form of it, and that is my opinion. And I think that a lot of it is accurate for most people, but obviously everybody is unique, and you're not going to fit into that box just because you are Libra or you are this or you identify with that. It doesn't mean that you are strictly one thing, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is it for this horrible repot. Honestly, I'm gonna need to repot this repot, and it's really bright over there. I'm sorry, because obviously I didn't pot it deep enough. Today's like seriously an epic fail on my part, you guys. I have actually, if I'm being honest with you, not been feeling great, and I know that I've been saying that for a while, and I did have kind of like a bit of a cold, but I have a lot going on in my personal life that I've been struggling with, and I just really wanted to film for you guys and put something out there, and answer these questions and try to have fun with it. And this channel is a really good like therapeutic outlet for me, and it's a way for me to distract myself from the reality of my life. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope this wasn't totally boring because I always enjoy filming for you guys, and I always enjoy getting to know the YouTubers that I watch. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you have any more questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll talk about myself. Oh gosh, that sounds terrible. I didn't mean it like that. I will talk to you about anything and everything all day long. So don't be afraid. Find me on Instagram. Say hello. All that good stuff. Alright, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss anything from me. Hit the notification bell if you want to know exactly when I upload, because I'm not on a specific schedule right now, but I am uploading weekly. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you soon.